Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to play a simple gambling game known as 5-card draw today. This is probably one of the easiest and simplest gambling games you can play. So let's get right into it. Before the game starts, in a gambling game like this, there's what is known as an ante. So everybody has to put like a $5 chip in the middle, in the pot, before the hands are even dealt, in order to be included in the game. So everybody at the table has to put their ante in, and then the deal starts. And first, someone deals, right? They shuffle the cards like that, and they always have the person to the right of them cut the cards to prevent cheating or stacking in the deck. And then they deal each player in the game 5 cards, 5-card draw. So we're going to say there's 3 players. Each player gets 5 cards, just like this. And then each player picks up their hand and has a look at it. And this is the first round of betting. Usually the person to the left of the dealer is the first one to bet. Okay, he decides if he wants to check. Check means he doesn't bet anything, and it just goes on to the next person to decide whether he wants to check or bet. Okay, so everybody looks at their hands, and then this guy decides what he's going to bet. So let's look at his hand and see what he might bet. Wow, he's got a pretty decent hand. See, here's a pretty nice hand. He's got a pair of aces, right? Or he's got 3 cards into a straight flush. It depends on what he wants to try to go for, what hand he thinks he's going to get. He can either stick with the pair of aces and discard these 3, or he can stick with the 3 cards into a straight flush and discard these 2. Ordinarily, I would probably keep the aces and discard these 3, but because of this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and try to get the straight flush. So he wants 2 cards. Nobody knows that yet. He decides what he wants to bet, and then he bets. So let's say I'm going to go for this straight flush. I'm going to put a nice bet in. I'm going to bet like 50 bucks or something. Next guy, he looks at his cards, he sees what he wants. He's got almost a whole straight right here. 5, 6, 7, 8. He only needs one card to complete a straight. So he only needs 1 card. So this guy bets 50 bucks. This dude here has to call, fold, or raise. Fold means put your cards down, you're out of the game. Call means he bet 50, so he's got to put 50 in there. And whatever the ante is. Or no, he's got to put 50 in there. Yeah, okay. So with this, he only needs 1 card. He might get his straight. Maybe he'll call. Okay. And then I got a pair of jacks, so I'll go ahead and call to stay in for the next hand. After everybody's done with that round of betting, then it's time to draw your cards. So this dude here wants 2 cards. And just set those to the side in the middle. Keep those 3. This guy here, he wanted 1 card. So that goes in the discard pile. And I'm going to want 3 cards. And that goes in the discard pile. Now, so this guy wanted 2, so he gets 2. This guy wanted 1, he gets 1. I wanted 3. And this is where the next round of betting starts for this game. There's only 2 rounds of betting and 5-card draw. So let's see what we have here. Okay, this guy is going to be leading the bet. He was going for that straight flush. He did not get his straight flush. He almost got a flush though. So basically this hand is crap. He didn't get nothing. He'd have to bluff if he wants to try to win the pot. Because he doesn't have anything. He has high card ace. Is what he has. Okay. This guy here, he did not get his straight. He just got another ace to replace the one he discarded. So he's got nothing, and he'd have to bluff. So both of these guys each have high card ace over here. which means I'm the dealer and I come out with the winning hand with a pair of jacks. I have a pair of jacks. I almost have a straight. So we'll say this guy folds, and I'm left to win the pot. And that's how you play 5-card draw. Right there. I can go through it one more time, maybe make it more so you don't got to replay the video if you're really trying to learn this. But one guy shuffles the cards kind of like this. He makes sure they're mixed. The dude to the right cuts the pack to prevent cheating. Each player gets 5 cards. Well, each player antes first. That $5 chip in the middle. That way the pot has money in it. And then each player gets 5 cards. And it starts over. Let's see what this guy's got. Let's see. He's got... well, he don't really have anything. Okay, this guy over here has got... yeah... doesn't really have anything. And I have almost a whole straight. So I got 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4 cards into a straight. So the first round of betting begins. Usually starts with this game. Usually starts over here with the dude on the left of the dealer. So he would probably check, and then it would move over to this guy, and he might bet something, or he might check. Let's say he checks. But he might want to appear strong. He might want to try to win the pot with a bluff. That's the whole idea of poker. So he might put a big bet in, hoping to scare us off. But we'll say he checks, and then the bet comes to me. I got almost a whole straight. So I could throw a big bet in there and try to scare the other guys off just to win the ante in the pot. Because right now there's $15 in the pot with $5 chip in the middle and a 3-player game. So we'll say I bet 20. If I bet 20 here, now it goes back around to them. This guy has to call, bet, or fold. So we'll say he calls and he calls. And then we decide that that round of betting's over. So now it's time to draw our cards, 5-card draw. So this guy has, well, basically nothing. But he could go for a straight here. I mean, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, But I'm going to go ahead and just say that he wants to keep these 3 cards and discard 2 to the discard pile. This guy over here, he wants to keep these 2 cards, the jack, queen of clubs, and he wants to discard 3. And I would like to discard just the 1 and hope that I get my straight. And then we get our cards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and I get my 1. And the next round of betting begins. Starting with the guy over here. Let's see if he got anything. He did not get anything. He's got a high card queen. This hand sucks, so he checks. This guy comes up over here. He doesn't have anything. He almost got a flush. So he doesn't want to bet. All he's got is high card queen as well. So he checks. And then it's back to me. Let's see if I got my straight. I did not get my straight. I got a high card 10. But I put a bet in on the first hand. So if I wanted to try to bluff it, I would bet real big right now and hope that both of them fold. But everybody checked. If I wanted to try to win the pot by getting them to fold, I would simply drop another bet in and hope they fold. So that's what I'll do. I'll bet another 20. And this guy folds. This guy calls my bluff, puts 20 in. And then we reveal our hands, and that dude wins the pot because he's got a higher card than me. His is a queen, mine is a 10. And that is how 5-card draw is played. Just like that. 2 rounds of betting, an ante, and 1 draw. That is 5-card draw. Yeah, so sit down with a friend, maybe learn how to play 5-card draw today. You liked the video, go down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell for instant notifications whenever I upload a new video. You have a good day.